welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Klonoa, Door to Phantomile, and we're now on the 2nd level, so pretty much forest level.
It's very foresty.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot more puzzle-based stuff here.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's already a lot more treacherous than the last level. I mean, you have bottomless pits like everywhere.
Yeah, which luckily aren't that big of a threat, given that Klonoa is able to do a float for a little while just by holding the jump button.
Yeah, it's not, I mean, it's like, it doesn't give you a whole lot of air or anything, but I mean, it's enough where it's like, okay, you know, if I need to get a little extra distance, or, you know, oh crap, I missed a jump, that could possibly save me. No. Asshole. It's like, you know, it's like, blow up my...
apologize for the noise in the background. My parrot's making noise for some reason.
It's all good.
And I can't go downstairs to get her to stop because we're recording right now and...
Yep.
It's fine.
Let's just pretend she's part of the ambience.
Yeah,
ooh, Klonoa!
You know, given the fact that we're in a forest, it actually works. Yeah, man, we take those.
Yeah.
Oh man, this game has the Link's Awakening problem. Every enemy is cute!
Oh, you say that now.
Yeah. I'm sure, like Kirby, this series has its own fair share of horrors.
Yeah. And see, we're in the background again.
Every series has that element of spooks, which is fitting because Halloween is around the corner in this during this time of recording.
That it is.
Yeah, we're like 2 days away from Halloween.
Oh no, where's the key? A key like this.
It's like, oh, how nice. All I had to do was ask.
I'm sorry, did it just blep at us?
And then the door eats the key.
How adorable.
Yeah. So it's like, you know, the whole, you know, yeah, one key opens one door, but, you know, makes total sense.
One key to rule them all.
Yeah, but it's like, you know, you don't have to worry about, like, you know, okay, you know, are there gonna be, like, a ton of doors or something, and I gotta, you know, use them in a certain order to collect all the goodies? No, you don't have to worry about that here.
Well, yes and no, but we haven't gotten to that yet.
Yeah.
These enemies that are, like, rolling around in, I guess spinning around in balls would be more accurate, kind of look a bit like the shoulder pads in Samus's Varia suit.
But yeah, you see, that's another instance of being able to interact with, like, foreground and background stuff. There'll sometimes be enemies in the background that you'll need to turn around and grab them there in order to utilize them.
Right.
Yeah.
So you can shoot in the background too?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, you see a lot more of that kind of interaction, especially in like the latter half of the game when that's really when they start taking advantage of it.
Also, thank God every villager in these levels can fly. Otherwise, that would have been a very dangerous predicament.
These are some pretty strong leaves we're jumping on.
Yeah, like... Oh no!
Oh
That's
no!
Death. That's death.
Yep.
That lemur thingy nearly hit you. Okay, question. If you save a villager and then you die, do you have to save them again?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
You do.
Just like that.
Yeah, so, you know, yeah, so whatever your current status was at that time, you know, it takes you back to the previous checkpoint. So,
okay, so it's like Donkey Kong Country.
Yeah, so like yeah, so however many citizens you've rescued, what's your current gem count, yeah, all of that's just reverted right back to, that previous checkpoint.
Which I do think the remake does get rid of.
I'm sure that would especially have been nice, again, especially for those latter levels.
Yeah. I also know, like, another thing, too, that I know Brain Scratch, like, really made fun of for, like, the remake having, because it's, like, such a pointless, out-of-nowhere move. But the thing is you just never end up needing to use it because, again, the game's not even that hard. And that's, the stupid wind move.
Yeah, the stupid wind move.
Where Klonoa has the ability to slow down time!
So he becomes Dio.
Yeah. You can go through the entire game not knowing that you have it because it's just that pointless.
Hubo, you sound so adorable.
Everybody sounds adorable in this game.
Even Gaudius sounds adorable.
Actually, one thing I noticed about the animations of the sprites here is that they took the time to give them different expressions when it would just be easier and more data conservative to just stick to one. Just stick to a set of animations for different expressions. But no, they went above and beyond.
Yeah, because, again, they wanted this to be much more story-driven.
Yeah, Klonoa and Hubo listened in on that soldier's talking to themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, I think you brought this up in the last part, Brian, where it was like, in the Wii version, yeah, you don't get that at all. Like, they're, for whatever reason, even though we have the higher end graphics and, we've got the capability to do it, they just decide, no, we're not gonna make these characters expressive.
Yeah. Like, it's like, it feels like very classic JRPG that you would see on the PS2.
Yeah. And given the fact that, this is on the Wii.
How is it doing that?
Oh, we're gonna know why. And those spiders are pooping at us.
Pooping spikes. What iron have they put in their diet? Ah. Okay, I guess we got our explanation.
Yeah, now we know why there's no water in Forlock Forest, because, physics said, fuck you, I'm out.
Okay, actually, from a writing and dialogue perspective, would you say Door to Phantomile, suffers in that regard compared to the original, or is it about the same?
No, I think,
Klonoa,
bye, Klonoa.
maybe you should learn how to, hold on to ledges. It's
actually,
Mario.
it's funny though, because, in Klonoa 2, it actually does get touched that Klonoa even admits, by the way, I can't swim.
Oh.
But, to answer your question though, I don't think so. Like, I think it's, I honestly think, like, it pieces things together relatively well to a point where it's like, yeah, you can kind of figure things out before, like, the game just straight up tells you. So it's like, yeah, it's very much, I feel like it doesn't hold your hand too much in the middle of the story.
That's good. I mean, the most hand-holdy thing I've seen so far was Joka outright telling the boss to watch out for their own weakness.
Yeah, well, that's also more of a character trait, because, yeah, Joka's a clown.
A clown or
and
dumbass?
Yeah, and first boss, that's like, when we get to the later bosses, it's like, yeah, they don't flat out tell you, you know, oh, hey, here's what, you know, this is what you have to do. I mean, sure, there are some bosses that have giant fuck me lights, but, you know, but for the most part, they don't flat out tell you, you know, hey, you gotta hit this guy from behind. Or
yeah, actually, the boss that we're about to be coming up to soon is actually going to be an example of that. They're not going to tell you the weakness. And honestly, it's one of my favorite bosses in this game.
Yeah, so it's like, you gotta figure it out.
Into that enemy.
Yes.
It's like, just...
Thank you for respawning enemies.
Yeah, really?
Also, that first one got crushed to death. I hope you feel satisfied.
Yeah, they're fine. They respawned.
It seems like the wind bullet doesn't have much range.
It doesn't.
Yeah, it's very... The hitbox seems to be very tight and very close to Klonoa. Like, a foot in front of him.
Yeah, like, the range to it
isn't
isn't all that great, but it's enough to get the job done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The bigger point that you're just trying to do is that, yeah, you just want to inflate enemies and use them for the level design. Like, this is a game where it's like, it wants you to utilize the enemies along with the game.
So, for the Wii remake, did you find, like, you know, like, same range with the Wind Ring, or did they change that too?
I feel like it's relatively around the same range, it's just that I think they made the hitbox for it more generous.
Okay.
I remember that too. Oh, jeez.
Klonoa, no! You can't swim!
It's like, yeah, it's like, again, those freaking hitboxes.
Yep. Yeah, I also know, like, the remake as well also changed some of the enemy placements around too.
Really?
Yeah, like, in the first level, you know when we were going to be introduced to the concept of double jumping with enemies to get to higher ledges, and we saw, like, that big purple thing, like, come charging at us?
Yeah.
In the remake, they replaced that with a regular, non-hostile moo.
Weird.
Yeah, like, it's something I'm like, guys, this game wasn't even that hard to begin with.
It doesn't really look that challenging either. And
It's
Kiwi,
really...
you're not a fire alarm.
Yeah. And yeah, you'll occasionally run into enemies like that where they'll have shields in front of them where you have to hit them from behind. Spice things up.
Yeah.
I like spice.
Now, fortunately, like, for those guys, they just have the blunt shields, so you can run into the shields and not take damage. You will run into enemies where they'll have the shields, but the shields will have spikes on them. So now it's like you can't get hit.
Did you just use that to your advantage?
Well, that's one way to do it.
It's like damage boosting without damage.
I don't know how the hell that happened. Yeah, it's where it's like, I don't know how I pulled that off, but I take those.
Wahoo!
Speedrunning strats.
I shaved about 5 seconds off of my runtime doing that.
Klonoa, I'm doing a half an A press with Klonoa as the bouncy ball is traveling in the Z-axis in a different dimension. And I am influencing its movement by going,
and now, slide!
Water slide! Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Oh, it's over.
Yep. Oh, that's a big boy!
That is a big boy. Or a big girl. A big. Let's just call it a big.
Yes.
I don't know what its gender is.
Yeah, and it's like when you get those big guys, that's where it's like, yeah, you can hit them with the wind ring, but as you can see, like, it inflates them. So, you know, later on you'll see, like, you know, you can use them for platforming, but otherwise to get rid of them, you have to throw another enemy at them. They're just too big.
Yeah. But if you do get rid of them, then, yeah, they drop a bunch of gems that you can get.
You got those hearts and then you lost them.
That's okay.
I just got those.
That's always the worst feeling. It's like, I just collected those rings. Why'd you make me drop them?
I just healed all that health, you prick.
Oh, now you're running on water. Did Klonoa become Gigas?
Did you not see him do that earlier with
Oh, enemy. These enemies are playing around with their perspectives.
Yep.
Aww.
It's so cute.
Bobby.
Save the fish!
Bobby fish.
Basically, I'm Babby.
One of the many characters voiced by Wendy Lee in the remake.
Wow.
Seriously, like, this little fish here looks like something, like, designed by, like, Lisa Frank or something. Is she even still around?
I'm not sure.
It's been a while since I've seen her work.
Yeah, 'cause man, growing up, like, in the 90s when I was a kid, oh, man, I lived off of Lisa Frank shit. It's like, I love my brightly colored unicorns.
Yeah, we've had binders here and there depicting her art, I think.
Yeah, like I said, like, she was really big in the 90s, so it was like, you know, of course, like, you know,
I was baby.
you could find, yeah, you could find Lisa Frank stuff, like, anywhere. That's where I was like, I don't know, like, is she still around? I mean, I haven't actually checked, like, you know, whenever I've gone shopping, I've never gone into, like, you know, the supply aisle or something to pick up notebooks or anything.
Not to ruin
you
the
know,
immersion, but I can check after this recording's done.
Yeah, that's fine.
I like how the question mark turned into Seed Off after he introduced himself.
Yeah.
Even the text boxes are changing.
Yeah, so, yeah, this is our second boss. Or more in particular, boss is.
Boss is. That's your mom?
Yep. This is something that becomes a bit of a trademark in the Klonoa games, the cursed version of a boss, where it's like, we fight a version of this character where they are corrupted.
I see.
And by the way, I love this boss theme.
Yeah.
It's probably my second favorite one from Door to Phantomile. There is one that I do personally think surpasses it. But yeah, this is how we basically fight the boss. See how Seedoff got off of that one spike ball there? You can inflate him. And then you throw him at Pamela when she jumps out.
Okay.
Yeah, so, like, you know, so yeah, like, it was like what Brian said, you know, yeah, no direction whatsoever. They don't flat out tell you what to do, but it's simple enough that you can figure it out.
Alright.
By the way,
so, like, storytelling through level design.
Yeah. By the way, fun fact about the remake as well, this boss actually is slightly changed up.
Well, what they do in the Wii version?
You see that pit in the middle of that field?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They take it out.
Oh, jeez. Come on. It's not that big of a deal, guys.
Yeah, you fall in that pit. Yeah, you instantly die because you just fall in the water. In the remake, they're like, let's just get rid of it.
Huh.
I mean,
I know that's just like a
simple enough. I mean,
yeah. I mean, like, I know that's like, you know, it's just one of those things where it's just like, yeah, the boss is already easy enough. That's where it's like, why?
But like, if you fall into the pit, it's the player's fault.
Yeah. Now we defeated the boss, and we've saved them from corruption.
Yay.
So Carol gets her mommy back.
Mura, mura, mura!
And fuck you.
I like how Seedoff sounds like he's underwater.
He's the king of the water king. Yay, we get to spend some time with the baby.
But we're all Babby.
And now we're back in Forlock Forest, but things are looking different.
Looking a lot greener. Carol, please don't fall down the waterfall.
I think she's safe.
She better be. She's adorable. I don't like the way the sun's looking at us. I just realized it.
I've had enough Super Mario Brothers 3 playthroughs to know those suns like that are not okay.
It's like, so you've saved the mermaids. That's nice.
Alright, so yep, that pretty much takes care of, the Division 2 levels. So join us next time, and yeah, we're gonna be going right back into the forest.
See you then.
Blah.